Jackson Dart may have just changed the entire New York Giants story. Because if he finally learns when to attack, when to slide, and how to stay on the field, Big Blue might not just be dangerous. They might be ready to shake up the NFC East.
I'm grateful, I'm honored, I'm pleasured to introduce the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump.
I'm looking at Jackson. I'd like to know, is there any woman in the audience that thinks they can tackle that guy? Because I'd like to meet you. I'd like to shake your hand. I don't know. Jackson, you think you could play against women okay? Do you think you'd have any problem? I don't think so. But don't get involved, Jackson. Don't get involved, Jackson. Don't answer that question. No, I'm looking at the legs. He's this beautiful guy. He's got legs like tree trunks. This is not a good thing for women. This would not be good. No, it's no good.
Listen, Jackson Dart, highly talented young quarterback of the New York Giants. He's got a knack for winning. Remember that? They started him last year, took out Russ, put in Jackson Dart, and all he did was beat a Chargers team that was unbeaten at the time. That was a whoa moment.
Yep.
Whoa, the kid's got some moxie. He's got some grit. He's got some legs. He's got some arms. And then him and Scatterboo started hooking up like Tango and Cash.
A knack for winning, though?
He does have a knack.
He has 4 wins.
He's got a knack for winning football. How about that? He's got a knack. Sure. Listen to this Cowboy fan over there who can't even fathom the Giants have a quarterback that can win football games and is good at it.
I'm just giving you stats. It's Chris.
All I'm saying, though, is I've been saying it over and over and over again. You've got to be the quarterback of Big Blue football, not the Big Blue tent. You can't win games from inside the tent.
That's true.
You got to slide. You got to know when to get out of bounds. Every single time he would do it, and you'd hear him say, I'm going to keep doing it. And then the Patriots blew him up. What was that, Christian Ellis who blew him up on the sideline?
Yes, sir.
He kept on tiptoeing down the sideline. Says, get out of bounds on a Thursday night. What are you doing?
Lit up.
And then the Hard Knocks, the NFC East Hard Knocks, picked up one of the Commanders coaches saying, we know he's going to put himself at risk.
Right.
And then he just, every time, he's like, I'm a young guy. I've known how to get, that's why I got here. Is by playing that style of football. And I'm like, no. Yeah, that may be the reason why you got there. You got here. But if you want to stay here, you got to figure out where the gray area is. Or that big-ass white stripe. That's your friend.
Yeah, get to it.
Get to it. So he was asked on Thursday, he's asked about the philosophy that he's got coming into this season on this front. And you tell me if somebody's gotten to him.
That was one of our first meetings, with Coach Callahan, just pulling up my tape and, just going over situationally, is it worth the risk here in this situation? And, that's what we talk about a ton is just situationally, just being smart. Coach Giro talked about it today. It's important for the quarterback to make sure that, how he's feeling one play, that he's going to feel, that same way the next play. And then at the same time, just having the experience last year of sitting out 2 games, I hadn't done that in my career. So, I just hated that time of not being out there with my teammates. So I obviously understand, the most important thing is to be out there. So you just grow and learn from things. And yeah, I think I'm going to do a good job at it this year for sure.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Jackson Dart. Yes. Brian Callahan, the quarterback's coach, formerly the HC of the Tennessee Titans, right. Quarterback's coach, passing game coordinator. He's already in line for assistant coach of the year. Any of them who sat him down. That's the guy. That's all we want to hear, Jackson. That's it. Yes. Yes. Correct. It sucked sitting out. there's an idea of how to figure out. I'll put the pedal to the metal here, and I'll take my foot off the gas there, and I'll get my ass out of bounds when it's necessary. Yes. John Harbaugh bringing it to the Giants. Oh, yes, this is what we're talking about. John Harbaugh talking about the Jackson Dart leadership qualities.
It's a hard question to answer just because, what's his leadership style? I just think he's probably the best way I could say he's genuine, probably. He's just himself. He is who he is. He wants every play. I think I've noticed about him is he wants every play to be perfect and every play to be successful. It's probably a good place to start. Ultra competitive guy, and if it doesn't go right, he's not happy, and he'll get to the next play. But I've seen him make a bunch of plays. He's enthusiastic. He's charismatic. The guys love him. But this dude works, and he works at it, and he wants to be great. So the coach appreciate that.
Oh, Giants fans are out of their minds right now, probably. This is what we're talking about. All of it. Every last bit of it.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. TJ, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if the Giants are beginning to get it right, sir.
Yeah,
I got to play this role.
With all due respect to Dayball, who, by the way, won Coach of the Year with Daniel Jones with the Giants, right? I get it, but this is what we're talking about. They got through to the kid. You can still play like Jackson Dart and still be a new Jackson Dart. It's called maturing. It's called getting better. It's called Here We Go Giants. So excited for the Big Blue fans. I've been waiting to hear that from the kid. Hour 3 coming up. And by the way, did you notice the difference between the Harbaughs and how they pump up their quarterbacks? John's the understated one saying, hey, sure. He's really a competitive guy, and everyone loves him. And Jim would be like, I woke up this morning and I thought to myself,
it was 2 a.m.
Jackson Dart, he's the light. He's the light. He's the blue light.
I thought he looked like Jesus.
Oh gosh, careful. Careful.
That's all right.
That's kind of that. If he grew a beard,
doesn't look like him.
Oh gosh, stop it. You know what I mean? There's a difference.
Jackson was the dart and the bullseye.
Yeah, exactly. Jackson's the dart, and the NFC is the bullseye.
And I'm just like, throw your way to the end zone.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
4 wins though. Let's
hit him.
See, okay, so you're. Let's go here, and we got
4 wins. But by the way, 3-1 touchdown to interception ratio, which is better than Dak Prescott.
That's great.
Your TJ Jefferson's level of concern that the Giants have entered the NFC East chat.
Mm-hmm.
Scale of 1 to 10. 1 is 10 is oh boy. Well, we got to look out.
Boy.
We got to look out.
We stunk last year, so I have no room to speak about a level. But the Giants, they tend to win a championship at least once a decade. So yeah, I'm looking at I looked at the improvements their roster they made, and I'd say an 8.
Sure.
At level of concern,
an 8.
Yeah, but I'm not going to admit that after.
I appreciate you saying that.
I got to be professional, and I got to be this guy sometimes. I don't know.
Sunday Night Football, Jackson Dart showing off his new nuanced level of play.
Giants win total 7.5, same as Pittsburgh. Who wins more games?
Quarterback Jackson Dart spent the majority of his reps under center. That's a major change in new coordinator Matt Nagy's offense. Dart spent just 10.3% of his offensive snaps as a rookie under center. But Dart said he's going to be doing a lot of new things this season, among them being under center with the action game, a lot of alerts and kills at the line of scrimmage. There's a lot put on the quarterback's shoulders, and he's also been working on his cadence. But that might not be the only difference we see with Dart this season. He conceded at a town hall earlier this week that the biggest thing he learned as a rookie was that he has to remain on the field in order for his team to be successful. He even said the NFL is a lot different than college. This is a major change in rhetoric for Dart heading into year 2, with the admission that he's going to be more selective of when to run and when to slide.
Jackson Dart was pretty good when he was on the field last year. A strong rookie season, led all rookies in pass and rush touchdowns. 9 rushing touchdowns were actually the second most by a rookie quarterback since 1950. and he led all quarterbacks, rookie or otherwise, in rushing yards from week 4 on last year. So, Bill, when you look at Jackson Dart coming off that strong rookie season, what do you look at as the next step, and how do you assess what he's got in front of him?
Yeah, it's working in the offense in rhythm, Dan. You look at what he did last year, so much of it was, like you said, as a runner on those design runs, on scrambles. And then as a passer, a lot of it was RPOs, very quick throws, or those throws that were happening on those scramble drills as an improviser. In the rhythm, 1.5 to 3 seconds. He had the worst QBR in football. He wasn't even in rhythm as often, maybe as you would hope for some other quarterbacks. And so, challenge for the Giants now and Matt Nagy is going to be getting him throws in the structure of the offense, getting Nagy to trust the route distributions, getting him to trust that offensive line, which is obviously has some new faces as well, and then getting him to operate before he has to run. If he can avoid needing to run, needing to scramble, needing to extend plays, that's going to be fewer hits, and it's going to be hopefully a quarterback who makes it through the entire season.
Bill is exactly right. You look at the numbers here, and there's two things Jackson Dart was really good at. He was top 5 in throwing on the run when he was moving at over 8 miles per hour, according to Next Gen Stats. And he was also good at scrambling. And for me, you got to take those two things and you got to marry them with the in-rhythm throws and get him almost like Caleb Williams last year, where he still held onto the ball long when he earned it, when he deserved it, when it justified it, to say, hey, I'm going to be back there trying to make things happen. But he also said, hey, we're going to do quick game stuff. We're going to get the ball out quickly. We're going to marry those two things and either get rid of the ball quickly or make things happen on a 5 or 6 second play. What you don't want is a 3-4 second play that develops and takes a long time for no reason. I'm looking forward to those kind of plays, those kind of middle hitter plays to take a next step in Jackson Dart's game. If he's healthy, they can make the playoffs this year.
Oh, interesting. We'll see how the Giants do on that. News.
Yo, mic check 1 to 2, -1, -2. Game over for this video, folks. Smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to stay in the huddle for more. This is NFL Madness, bringing the heat and signing out.